Okay, so Danny, very disappointing result there. Got off to a bad start and didn't really get going, if truth be told.
No, it's a disappointing result and it's a disappointing performance based on how we've been performing recently. That was just the other end of the scale. You're right, we never started right, and that continued throughout the game. So yeah, we're not happy at the moment.
Can you put your finger on what it was after such a good performance on Saturday against a tough team in York? And we just, midfield didn't really seem to be able to create much. There wasn't that final ball, and the strikers had nothing to go off.
Well, if you looked at the difference in the two teams, because they didn't look to play any different than the way that we want to play, except the fact that they did it a lot better and they worked a lot harder than us. There was a desire. They looked like they had a desire to win the game, whereas we just didn't look like that. And then it's compounded because of we want to play the way we do, and we never did that either. And that's the most disappointing thing. Yeah.
And we started to sort of look like our old selves from about 80 minutes on. Is that frustrating that the last few minutes we seemed to really kick into gear, but it took that long?
No, it's not. It's not frustrating, mate. It's disappointing again that it's taken us that long to step it up. And when you're chasing a game, again, it's easy to do that. But you have to look at, you said about Saturday. Well, them games are easy to get yourself up for. But can you get yourself up in the same mental and physical state on a freezing cold Tuesday night? In a league game? And the answer to that tonight was no.
And the good news is that the other teams in the league that were playing around our sort of position, there were a couple of draws there, so we've not dropped too many points. How important does that make the next 3 home games we've got coming up, starting on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, like every game is important. But one thing we've said about this year, our own form's been good, and we've now been beat 2 games in the bounce at home. I mean, I'm not quite sure when the last time that was that it happened, but I bet you have to go back quite some way. So listen, they know that they've not performed, and they've been disappointed individually and collectively. And now we've got to prepare on Thursday against Tunbridge, who are a very good side. Because if we turn up the way we did, then the outcome will be the same as it was. If we turn up the way we did on Saturday, then we know that we're more incapable of winning the game. There's a few that need to look at themselves on tonight's performance.
And Junior Dadson came through his first 90 minutes. How do you rate his performance back from injury?
It's difficult. I mean, look, Junior was no better or no worse than anyone else. But yeah, he's been out for a long time, and we need to get him fit. I mean, but match fit. But the fact that he's come through the 90 minutes without any problems, injury-wise, is great for us. And then we'll look at what we do on Saturday.